Okay, so sequencing a little bit different with the driver. Obviously, it's still the same kind of principle with that kind of lowercase Y we talked about. We're just going to do it now because the ball goes further forward. We're going to start with our feet a bit further back behind the ball. Whereas the irons, you'd probably generally start with your feet, as we said, kind of either side of the golf ball and then split apart. Yeah. Which can start further back. Okay, so same kind of principle with that sort of setup with the hands and arms, making sure the handle doesn't lean back. And make sure the club face, when he sits down flat on the backside, yeah? People often try and manipulate or twist the club face. These are designed to just sit flat on the ground, yeah? Like your feet are designed to go flat on their sides. You don't sort of walk around on the edge of your ankles and stuff and try and roll them to make an adjustment, okay? So let the club sit flat on the ground and then build your setup. The principle around hitting up on the ball with a driver, like so, comes from your shoulder position, your spine angle, okay? And the ball being further forward in your stance, yeah? We don't try and lean the handle back. We don't try to hit up on the ball. We don't try and change the club face. It's all done more through the other bits of setup there with ball position and shoulder angle, okay? Now, in terms of the swing, backswing now is looking pretty good. We're getting a better hip turn. It's a little bit slidey, but we're getting a much better hip rotation there, okay? That's fine. It's improving bit by bit. It's not going to be a click the fingers instantaneously, okay? But we're getting a much better rotation with that lower half. As we start coming back into golf ball now, as you get into about here, you've got your angles nicely kept, okay? So you've got a real good kind of hinge of the left arm and the wrist there. So you're still making some. Now as you come through impact, there's a little bit of a scoop there. We can see the hands now a bit more behind the ball. This is kind of indicative of you trying to up on the ball. Yeah. But we want to be, as we said, that sort of handshake to touch. As you come through now, yeah? Yeah. That's better, okay? Some of the shots we had before, your left arm was quite high and you were sort of keeping it quite straight and sort of locked, okay? In that position there, you've got a nice extension of the right arm, okay? This left arm can just soften a little bit, like almost like a backhand frisbee throw with your left hand. I know you're right-handed dominant, but that's the sort of sensation you've got there. And then through to obviously your follow through, absolutely fine, okay? So in terms of setup, there's a slight tweak in order of setup. And then through the golf ball now, it's that kind of speed release of the club. And I would actually encourage you to swing that one-handed swing, upside down club, and just listen for sound. How much speed can you generate, yeah? That's what this golf club wants down here. Loads of speed down there with obviously a club face that's pointing straight to target. If you try to twist it or open it or lean back, it's just going way right, okay? And obviously with the fact the club you've got with the twistable nature of the shaft, any miss it are just going to be magnified for you, unfortunately, okay? So it's not that you need to buy a new driver. That will still hold you in good stead for the sort of short term. If you struggle with on the golf course, go to your 3-wood. Go to your 3-wood's a tailor-made one. If the head cover's what it says it is, it's a good one, hybrid, and then the other clubs in there, they're going to be good. So if the driver's not behaving, there is an argument, okay, there's a plan B, yeah? Don't just sort of stick with the same thing, like, oh, we'll keep doing the drive, keep doing the drive. If it's not working, put it back in the bag and wait till you come back on the range and practice it, okay? There's going to be a bit of time to practice. Just one extra thing to note about the stuff we talked about at the start of the session, when you go to the range, don't go, exactly. Think about it in terms of a training session when you go to football, yeah? You go there, your bottom of your bag is kind of your short, jogging, small little movements, okay? You move up through your bag and try and do that kind of that ladder game you said. So if I'm sort of going down the range this way, okay, let's try and hit a golf ball, I know, 25 yards, the next one goes 40 yards, okay, then the next one might go 50 yards and 70 yards, and I just build up bit by bit at a time. So you start developing a bit of club control, you start controlling how far the ball goes, you get some different sort of skills there, while also warming up. You're doing two things at once, so you're killing two birds with one stone with that sort of spending loads of time on stuff, which I understand is not the most exciting, Most people tend to want to smash the living room, whatever, have a driver, okay? But we've got to build ourselves up to that. Okay, mate, makes sense? Very, very good.